In this video, we will discuss about one more bacterium, Shigella. Shigella causing disease name is called as Shigellosis. So, genus Shigella causing disease name is called as Shigellosis, that is Bacillary dysentry. Bacillary dysentry, it is a necrotizing infection of distal small intestine and colon caused by Shigella. Now moving to etiology. Shigella is one of the most common causes of bloody diarrhea. Shigella causing bloody diarrhea. It is an encapsulated, non-motile, facultative anaerobic, gram-negative bacilli. So, this one an encapsulated, non-motile, facultative anaerobic, gram-negative bacilli. There are 4 main species in the genus Shigella. They are Shigella dysenteriae, Shigella flexneri, Shigella boydii, Shigella soni. What are the 4 main species? Shigella dysenteriae, Shigella flexneri, Shigella boydii and Shigella soni. Now coming to sources of infection. Human, only natural reservoir for infection. So, human only natural reservoir for infection. Mode of transmission. Transmission by injection through fecal-oral route. What is the mode of transmission? Fecal-oral route. Then incubation period 1 to 3 days. Incubation period of Shigella 1 to 3 days. Next, moving to pathogenesis. Shigella is most virulent enteropathogen. The injection of Shigella, a very few bacilli are enough to cause infection. After injection, it reaches stomach, where they resistant to acid action in the stomach. Reach stomach and small intestine. Then it reach into colon, where bacteria penetrate mucosa of colon and they are taken up by M cell, also called as microfold epithelial cell. That M cell is also called as microfold epithelial cell. Then it proliferate in cytoplasm of M cell. Then penetrate into lamina propria, where they are phagocytosed by macrophages, which produce inflammatory reaction. So, these inflammatory reaction causes loosening of intracellular barrier, which causes superficial ulcer. Then the Shigella enter lumens to the colonocyte basolateral membrane. This is the pathogenesis for the development of Shigellosis. So, Shigella enter lumen to the colonocytes basolateral membrane. Shigella produces a toxin, name is called cigatoxin. This cigatoxin are cytotoxic, neurotoxic and enterotoxic. That is cytotoxic to cell, neuron and intestine. This is cigatoxin. Next, morphology crass. Crassly, the site involved in Shigellosis site most predominant in left colon, mainly in the rectosigmoid area, that is the junction between rectum and sigmoid colon. Mostly the lesions are continuous and they are diffuse. Next, characteristic of the ulcer. First, it involves mucosa where there is edema, ulceration, appear friable, granular, hemorrhagic in nature. So, ulcer formed involved in mucosa where there is edema, ulceration, friable, granular and hemorrhagic in nature. The ulcer seen in Shigellosis are perpendicular to long axis of colon. Second one is microscopy. Predominant changes are seen in the mucosa. Predominant changes seen in mucosa. The early stage small obtuse ulcer seen with neurotrophic infiltration. In early stage small obtuse ulcer seen with neurotrophic infiltration. Then in advanced stages, necrosis of epithelial cell. Necrosis of epithelial cells and the mucosa covered by purulent exudate. Purulent exudate. Next, ulcer are formed superficial or may extend down to muscularis mucosa. Superficial or may extend down to muscularis mucosa. Next, clinical features: diarrhea, fever, abdominal pain and watery diarrhea. Progress to dysentric phase due to development of ulcer, that is presented of blood in stool. So what are the symptoms it will cause? Diarrhea, fever, abdominal pain, watery diarrhea. This one is progress to dysentric phase, that means blood, stool containing blood. Next, stool culture. It is confirmation of Shigella infection. Why we are using stool culture? Confirmation of Shigella infection. These are the clinical features. Next, complication. The complications are unknown. There is something called Ritter syndrome. The Ritter syndrome is triads. It consists of sterile arthritis, arthritis and conjunctivitis. Ritter symptoms, it is a triads, sterile arthritis, arthritis and conjunctivitis. Second, hemolytic uremic syndrome. Uremic syndrome. This occurs due to toxin which is secreted by Shigella organism. The two major complications are Ritter and hemolytic uremic syndrome, but these are uncommon. Next, final one is treatment. ORS and antibiotic, that ciprofloxacin. So that antibiotic ciprofloxacin for 3 days. This vary from strain, severity of infection and immune state of patient. So first we will give ORS, then only antibiotic ciprofloxacin. Notes format. Thanks for watching.